Exciting big news for Rainbow Six Siege fans as Ubisoft has unveiled the 10th anniversary Siege X showcase. There's a lot to really break down here because this seems to be a bit of a huge change to the entire game experience of Six Siege. I mean, this is Ubisoft's, I look at it as one of their most commercially successful live services today. I mean, 10 years strong, very lively player base, very intense competition, competitiveness that comes with it. And I play it from time to time. I would say I jump into Six Siege like at least once a year in one of the seasons, play as much as I can, then kind of go, switch out to something else. And I always have this problem of when I jump back into Six Siege, I have to kind of remember the operators, and then I have to look at, okay, they definitely changed this operator. They've nerfed them, they buffed them. It's nice. But this is going to be a big change because the Six Siege showcase has honestly even intrigued me as someone who's just a casual player to Six Siege, as they're bringing in some really big overhauls. So starting off with modernized maps, there's going to be 5 maps that are going to be revamped at launch. Clubhouse, Chalet, Border, Bank, and Cafe, with 3 more coming each season. Expect better lighting, shadows, double texture resolution, and optional 4K textures on PC. There's also going to be a huge revamp to the destructible materials, new environmental hazards like gas pipes that will explode with fire, fire extinguishers that create smoke clouds, and interactable metal detectors to disable or even smash. But the one that really caught my eye is the Rappel upgrade. There's going to be some new motion capture, which means rappelling is smoother and more fluid, allowing for horizontal sprinting and corner maneuvers. I think this is one of those changes where I didn't realize is amazing until I saw it for myself. The way they showcased in the trailer, where the operator would basically plant some bombs and then basically run on the other side of the building, then get aim down another side of the window, and the enemies are trying to evacuate and he just cleans them out. I think they really want players to better utilize the rappelling mechanic because it can feel often very slow and a hindrance to some extent, but to now give it more maneuverability means that now there's more tactical options to the players out there. Then there's audio overhaul. So for those who we're talking the sweats who have the best headphones to hear every little movement and crack and any type of audio cues they use to get an advantage against their enemies. This has been a complete rework of the audio propagation and reverberation, making it easier to track enemy movements and actions based on sound. I mean, they've gone to the minute details of if you're walking on wood, there's a wood sound, and then, for example, if you're walking on carpet, the sound is even softer. Certain rooms have echoes depending on how large the space is. This is something that I know Six Siege players are gonna have to completely relearn from scratch because audio cues in this game is a big deal, and it could really mean life or death if depending how well attuned you are to these audio cues as well. There's going to be new communication wheels for easier nonverbal callouts, allowing players to place pings in the environment for better teamwork, so better pinging basically. Weapon Inspect is going to have also a new addition, getting a closer look at your weapon skins and customization during the match. Definitely something they took from Call of Duty, and I'm sure some players are going to love it because weapon skins and cosmetics is a big thing as well. There's going to be a pick and ban system for ranked, a faster, more strategic pick and ban system for ranked matches. Teams can now pick simultaneously and get a new round of picks when swapping between attacking and defending sides. So they can pick and ban a particular operator from the defending side and the attacking side, which can be great because sometimes there's that one annoying operator the team does not want to see again, so they can ban it, and that means it forces the opposing team to have to switch and re-strategize. This for esports level, also a bit of a game changer. There's going to be some new tutorial and skill training to help players learn the basics and get prepared for competitive play, because these are some big mechanical changes, and it will take a little bit of getting used to and, like I said, relearning of the game, so to speak. Then there's going to be additional features such as the dual front mode. This is going to be a brand new 6v6 game mode where 2 teams of operators battle it out to attack and defend sectors. You can use both attacking and defending operators on the same team. Wow, for cool tactical combos, and it includes responding for more strategic play. The map District is huge with new angles and neutral sector where you can complete time-limited assignments for those rewards. So there's a beta happening until March 19th. If you want to try it out, it's available on PC, Ubisoft Connect, PS5, and Xbox Series X. There's going to be a new anti-cheat system that's hoping to do its job in terms of cheat detection, mouse traps, and all of these other little things that no one in multiplayer likes cheaters. And the more we can crack down on those, the better. But the really big change that's coming to for Siege X is free to play. It's turning free to play starting with season 2 of year 10. So new players are actually going to be getting 10 operators for free, and they can unlock up to 26 operators through in-game progression. That is phenomenal. In a way, I think Ubisoft realized that if they are going to make these big changes, they need to now remove that, entry, barrier of entry, and bring in newcomers, potential new players, which is great, honestly. Helps flush out the player base as well, because it can feel like, especially if you've played Siege for so long, you're always kind of matchmaking with players that are perhaps a little too good, just as good as you, and that's its own debacle I'm not going to talk about. But with the free-to-play access, it's going to include modes like unranked, quick play, and dual front mode. But if you want to play ranked mode, this is where you're going to have to reach to level 50 and upgrade to the premium access, which will unlock more operators. I think that's fair enough, honestly. Having a free game, you can try out with friends. If you guys like it, you might want to keep playing the game all throughout, long term, which is great. And then we have, this is definitely for a few friends I know who have been playing Siege for years. This is called the Veteran Rewards. And if you're a long-time player, you'll keep everything you've unlocked: game modes, operators, inventory, progression, and get exclusive rewards to show off your legacy in the game. I'll tell you, there was a lot of reaction when I saw that at the showcase. And I know a friend who kind of brags to me. He's like, yo, I have a season 1, I have a year 1 account, just to let you know. And he was trying to describe to me that there's an actual real life value to it if he ever considers to sell the account, because of the rarity of the items and stuff like that. So I didn't understand how significant that was until he kind of described it to me. So I'm like, oh, oof, that's a pretty big deal. So here's my impression of all this. I'm excited because it means it brings in new players, a new fresh mode. Would have loved to see them kind of expand more on the 1v1s and 2v. I'd love to see a 2v2 and 3v3 modes if they can. I know there's 1v1 and private mode, but I feel like they don't really do much with that. But my general impressions of the showcase, the game feels like it's getting a refreshing revamp that it's perhaps sorely needed for quite some time. But here's the thing: I'm seeing differing opinions. There's one side that is all for the new changes. Then you got those who are not all that happy. Some of them, I'm just looking at the comments through the YouTube videos on TikTok. People are saying, Six Siege is ruined. This is not my game anymore. I'm leaving, because the changes are so much that it feels like it's a whole nother game. And so it is a compromise, Ubisoft wants to do the necessary overhauls to give this game a fresh new skin, but at the same time, I know there's going to be resistance from those who kind of want Six Siege the way it's always been, with just the balances from time to time and nothing more. But I hope that sort of division doesn't stay for too long, and those who are very adamant about the older version of Siege can embrace the new version of Siege soon enough. But you guys let me know personal thoughts. Share your thoughts and opinion on the 6 Siege showcase. Are you going to be playing the beta, or are you perhaps going to be a newcomer downloading the game for free to play for the first time? Let me know. Love to hear from you guys. All I know is that I want to jump into Siege once again. I haven't played it in a few months now, so this is definitely going to be something that makes me excited to jump back into it. And as long as Ubisoft does the necessary support for a game like this, I think it will go on for perhaps another 10 years. So we'll see. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with more news and highlights from the world of entertainment right here on the Evening Buzz.